Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're taking a look at a figure that many Star Wars collectors have been waiting for a very long time. It's the Black Series Watto. But was Watto worth the wait? Join me as we take a closer look. Watto is one of the most memorable characters from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Love him or hate him, he's an important part of Anakin's story, and for years he's been a noticeable omission from the Black Series line. So, after all this time, has Hasbro delivered a figure that's worth adding to your collection? Well, let's find out. Starting with the packaging, Hasbro continues with the familiar Black Series design. The artwork looks fantastic, with Watto featured on the side in that modern mural style that collectors have come to expect. The packaging looks great, displayed on a shelf, if you're someone who prefers to keep figures boxed. Personally, I usually open mine and let them breathe, but it's nice to know that the presentation is excellent either way. And as we can see, this figure is based on Watto's appearance in Attack of the Clones. So let's get him out of this box and take a closer look. Quite a few accessories with this figure. So let's get all of this out of the tray and have a look at the sculpt and the paint. I have to say, I think Hasbro has done a really impressive job. The sculpt captures Watto's appearance extremely well. His facial features, wings, and clothing all look very screen accurate. And the use of color and skin textures help bring the figure to life. The paint applications are also nicely done. Looking closely at the face, the eyes have plenty of personality, and Hasbro has done a great job recreating Watto's really grumpy expression. Look at that guy. A face only his mom could love. When it comes to articulation, it's always an important part of any Black Series figure. But Watto is naturally a little more limited than, for example, a human character, largely due to his floating design. But there are still enough points of movement to recreate some nice display poses. The arms do move well for expressive gestures. There's articulation at the elbow and at the wrist. The head has an okay range of motion. There is articulation at the hips, so it's pretty good actually. There's no articulation at the knees, and then of course we have articulation at the ankles. And he's got quite wide feet, which definitely will help with posing him standing up, because he's a tubby little guy, so he's a little top heavy. Now the sculpt means you're not going to get dozens of dynamic action poses, but that's completely appropriate for this character. Oh, and he does have some movement with his wings as well, and we'll come back to the wings in just a sec. Watto is far more of a merchant than a fighter, and he comes with all of the accessories that are essential for his trade. He has his utility belt with its various pouches and tools, and this one is detachable. And I believe it is a welding tool. It's attached to a power bank or power pack on his belt. And of course he can grab a hold of it. And then we have his cane, which is really nicely sculpted. His data pad. And finally his, and this is a tiny little accessory, we have his chance cube. I hope you can see that. That's one that could be easily lost. And Hasbro have also given us an extra set of wings. And these wings have like a fluttering effect. And along with the wings, we have a flight stand. It's easy to swap out the wings. So you just detach his wings. It's by pulling them out. And I would be a little bit gentle because I think that join there could easily be put under stress. So, but they're not difficult to remove. And then we can insert his fluttering wings. And they just pop in. And it's got that effect that he's hovering in place. I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. It's certainly a little more kind of top heavy with these wings attached. There's a little bit of weight to them. But yeah, I think they look pretty good. So let's get Watto on his flight stand and share some final thoughts. Now, when it comes to display, that's where I think this figure really shines. He looks class when he is in flight mode. He would look fantastic alongside other Phantom Menace characters. And if you were building a prequel era display, Watto fills one of the biggest gaps in the collection. It's a unique sculpt, and it offers something different from all the Jedi and Clone Trooper releases that we get. And it adds more variety to any collection. Overall, I think Hasbro has done an excellent job. The sculpt is highly detailed, the likeness is impressive, and it's wonderful to finally have Watto represented in the Black Series. No figure is ever perfect, but I think the positives far outweigh the negatives. For me, this is an easy 9 out of 10, and it's one of my favourite releases so far this year. If you're a fan of the Phantom Menace and the Clone Wars, I think this is a figure that's well worth picking up. But I'd love to hear what you think. Have you added Watto to your collection? And which prequel character that we haven't had yet would you want Hasbro to make next? If you enjoyed this review, please do give the video a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you've not subscribed yet, well, now's the time. It would be great to have you here at Rebel Relics. And ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future Star Wars reviews and collecting news and unboxings. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll drop by again. Take care.